This video is about the staff, and in particular, the treble clef. You'll recall that this is the staff. It's that series of lines and spaces that we use to draw our notes on. At the beginning of each staff, we will find a clef. In this case, we're finding this treble clef. The job of the clef is to tell us the names of the lines and the spaces. Without a clef, these lines and spaces don't have any specific names. So the treble clef, one of the first things you're going to have to be able to do is to draw the treble clef on the staff. So the best way to do that is to start on this line, go up, circle down, up to the top, change direction, come back down, and curl the bottom like that. Let me show you that again. Circle up, back down, around to the top, change direction, and hook the bottom. Okay, so that's the treble clef. Now, once we have the treble clef up there, then we know that the lines and spaces will have specific letter names for the notes that appear on that staff. So in elementary school, you probably learned a saying like, every good boy does fine, or every good boy deserves fudge, or empty the garbage before dad flips. The common thing in all of those are the letters E, G, B, D, F. And we always name them from the bottom to the top. E, G, B, D, F. Okay? And you probably also learned in elementary school that the spaces spell the word face. This is also from the bottom to the top. F, A, C, E. What you may not have learned in elementary school is that this is simply the alphabet going forwards if you're going up, or backwards coming down. But because of the treble clef, we don't start on A at the bottom, we start on E. So we have E, F, G. Some point in elementary school, you learned that we only use the letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So after G, we have to start again at A. A, B, C, D, E, F. So if we're starting at the top and going down, we of course have to go backwards through the letters. F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E. Another thing that you need to know about the staff and treble clef is I'm going to draw two notes on here, and I often find students that get confused about whether a note is on a line or on a staff. So the first two notes I'm going to draw are that one and this one. So one of those notes is on a line, and one of those notes is on a staff. And what we need to look at is, if I draw a note here, what we need to look at is the space right through the center of the note head. Whatever happens in that space is where the note sits. So in the case of this note, there's a line going through the middle of the note. So that note is said to be on the line. This note, there is space at the middle of the note. So that note is said to be on a space. Now, we're only worried about where the note head falls and the center of the note head. So even if the note head is filled in like this, so there's not really space in the center of the note head, but this space goes through the center of the note head. So that is still a space note. I hope that makes sense. One more thing that we need to discuss. Anytime musicians talk about the staff or the specific lines on the staff or the spaces, they always go from the bottom to the top and they number them. So the lines, this is line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, and line 5. This is space 1, space 2, space 3, space 4. I hope you found this video helpful.